Oh, we're just gonna be all right. So I can't believe I have to rehearse this, but we always just go and cheers to yins, right? Is that the cadence we're gonna do, or how are we gonna do this?
That's exactly it. Yep.
You're listening to
Alright, here we
Those
go.
Dram
Alright,
Yinzers
with
your hosts, Jon and Zack.
Whatever. And cheers to yin. Jesus, you had it. You had it, and you let it go.
No, it's sounding different in my headphones, so I feel like I'm ahead.
You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, Jon and Zack.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I'm Zack.
And welcome to Those Dram Yinzers, where we drink bourbon.
Talk about it. For three guys, is that quick?
I did a long end for you in the last show since you couldn't make it.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, welcome back, Zap.
Thanks, big guy.
We missed you on the last one.
I missed all of you guys in the last one. It's good to be back.
We had some really, Aaron pulled out the stops on that one.
Yeah, I saw the pictures and I started salivating.
But he made it very clear, and he even wrote it. He put 3 stickers on each one of mine, so that he had enough room to write "Save some for Zach."
Thanks, Papa Odin. I appreciate you.
So there's plenty. I only drank a little bit out of each for the tasting, so I'll definitely. Well, you and I have 2 of them. You know,
yeah, we have the
wiggle
kilted.
and the Liberty pole. So it's the backsetters that we don't. Neither of us have. So
Yeah,
that's the one.
I had the Liberty pole. I actually gave my Liberty pole to my brother. As a gift.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know how much of it he has left at this point.
Well, if
to be
he's
honest.
smart, he drank it all.
So, speaking of Liberty pole, and I know this episode is not about.
Hey,
Liberty
you know what
pole.
though? It only took us 2 minutes to start talking about them. That might be a new record.
Might be. If you guys, if you're listening, I need to know if it's possible for me to put in like pre-order 2 or 3 bottles of this year's spiced rye, aka Mama Huff's Holiday Whiskey.
I'm staring at mine from last year now.
I need mine for Thanksgiving and for Christmas and for New Year's. And since, it's hard to get out right now, I just kind of figure if I Venmo'd you guys tomorrow, would I be able to just have some on reserve? So, something to think about. If you guys aren't taking pre-orders, I'd love to be your first.
I still have a bottle that they, the beta test that they gave us when we sat down with them. It's still up in my... I'm afraid to drink anymore. I don't want it to go anywhere.
I know. It's one of those things where it's I want to drink you, but the more I drink you, the more you go away.
Yeah.
It's like a vicious cycle. It's tearing me apart.
But anywho.
Yeah.
Tonight, we're going back to Old Faithful, the BT, the Buffalo Trace, as our control. Because tonight, if you can't read the title, we are going to try Elijah Craig's Small Batch. No, not Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, not that 133 proof thing that Bobby tried to make us drink. No.
You mean Liquid Fire?
Yes, Liquid Fire. This is this is the Small Batch 94 proof.
A measly 94 proof.
Now, don't get on our case if we thought that 133 was hot. Leave us alone. We'll get there. Give us some time.
Hold on now.
What?
133 is hot. And anyone who says it's not, I more have to question them than I have to question myself.
But if you just with hot foods, right? like Thai food or stuff like that, like obviously your palate is going to adapt. And the more you eat it, the more you're going to start increasing levels, especially if you like hot things, right?
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying, like, you know, nobody just goes into like a ghost pepper, and when somebody bites it, somebody goes, "What do you mean it's not that hot?" It's kind of like,
well, those people have something
hot.
wrong with their taste buds, but
pretty hot for most people. So,
but anyway, so small batch, 94 proof. Drinking it tonight. I'm excited. I've been holding on to this one for a bit. This is one of like the first bottles I bought.
Nice, dude.
But I mean, everything.
A good first bottle.
All but 2 or 3 of my bottles are open.
Okay.
So, you know, that having one for a couple years isn't that hard. You know? But, yeah, so it says, I'll read the label and then Zach can do his thing. Elijah Craig Small Batch, 1789. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. There is, so it says Elijah Craig, father of bourbon. There has been some debate about if that's true or not, but we're not going to get into that tonight. First, the char oak barrels is what it says. Made in true small batches for balance and smoothness. 94 proof. 47%. I can't talk. Distilled and bottled by Elijah Craig Distillery, Bardstown, Kentucky. So it's a Heaven Hill product, according to our buddies at Breaking Bourbon. Non-age stated, their mash bill 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye. Interesting. They have a higher malted barley percentage than rye. Huh. And it's around $26 to $30. Let's see what Fine Wine Good Spirits has it at.
500.
Probably. They have been doing some weird shit, man. I know you don't do the Facebooks, but like, you know, normally they'll do their lotteries, right? And then they'll also do like third Wednesday like drops. Okay. Well, they got no fucks. No fucks are given by this site anymore. They're just dropping things left and right. Okay. They dropped Stag Jr. on stores 2 days ago. Just randomly. No warning. Just boom. Here it is. They dropped, freaking Weller Foolproof. The special release for E.H. Taylor, which was the Amaranth Grain of the Gods last year, and one other one. Well, randomly dropped. They're gone without anyone even knowing that they were there. So like they just
lucky enough to be in the store that day. You happen to get one,
or even online. Online today. Weller 12 went online today. Gone in 10 minutes. 500 bottles gone in 10 minutes. Like, what are they doing? I don't know, man. They don't care. They literally don't care anymore.
That's just why Pennsylvania needs to just completely overhaul its liquor and alcohol.
Yeah, it definitely needs
and, you know, engage in the 21st century like the rest of America. It's 2020. Check your vision, PA.
So, I don't know. Let me type. I got on sidetracked and didn't end up typing in what I was looking up.
You're good, buddy.
Elijah Craig.
It's always a good day to vent about fine wine good spirits. They make it so easy.
$30. Elijah Craig, 1789, straight bourbon, small batch, 94 proof, $29.99.
Nice.
So I was right.
So you can have a drink and you don't have to sell your kids to get it.
So, we've been talking a little bit before I turned the cameras on Jesus. Learn words.
Gorgeous.
Before John, I turned the mics on. And I've pretty much finished my glass of Buffalo at this point.
Oh, yeah. I've had two.
Which isn't that hard to do. You know what is hard to do? Not drink this Buffalo Trace every day and saving it for when you and I record. Because it would not make it between recording sessions. Let me just say.
I gotta tell you, man, if you need any, no, I don't know if I want to admit this on the.
You got a hookup?
Talk to me after.
All right.
Yeah.
I gotta get one too.
I don't want to say anything.
You don't want to give away your trade secrets?
No, we're gonna get a lot of flack for it probably, but you know what? Come at me.
All right, we'll talk after I turn them off.
We'll talk after.
All right, so do you want to do segment?
Sorry, that was a yawn. Yes, I do want to do that segment.
All right. Tell them what they need to know.
You guys need to know this is going to be a short segment because my brain is absolutely fried. But I'm going to do my best to tell you.
That's why we're drinking
words
to bring it back.
Why the bottle looks so pretty, and here it is. It looks pretty because it feels. I've got a soft spot for something that looks kind of heritage and old school, especially with whiskey. I love vintage looks of things, and I enjoy that the Elijah Craig kind of leans into that like classic late 1700, early 1800 kind of a vibe. You know, it's got a very, America, all of the revolution kind of a look going on, especially with Elijah Craig's like signature down in the sticker, and they have his signature engraved on the top of the cork, and then they kind of reflect that through in their fonts. I like that they keep it clean and they keep it simple. It feels elegant and elevated. It lets the color, that beautiful color of the whiskey, shine through. So you can tell that with this bottle, it really is about the whiskey, but based on the branding, you can tell they also give a crap about their heritage, and that they convey a certain experience you're going to get whenever you drink it. Now, whether or not they provide that experience remains to be seen. That's what the next segment is for. But on the looking at it side of things, I think it, all in all, I think it delivers. If I wanted to get really nitty gritty and gripe a little bit, there are a few things I could gripe about. But all in all, I think 8 out of 10 Zacks would give this a gorgeous.
I'm always appreciative of a company that does a whiskey distillery that does a different style bottle. Right? Like I like the shape bottle. Because you don't see this particular shape too much.
No, it's a pretty shape. It's a beautiful shape.
Mm-hmm.
Even the shape kind of evokes that like old school, late 1700s, early 1800s kind of a feel. It's just got that look of kind of one of those glass blown bottles you might see whenever you go visit like Fort Pitt or go to Williamsburg or Gettysburg or something, and you like visit the museums and you see the old glass bottles and pottery and plateware and things like that. It definitely evokes that kind of a look. 10 out of 10 Johns would notice that. And 10 out of 10 Johns would be right.
All right, so what do you get on the nose here?
Caramel.
I get pepper off the bat.
I get like a salted caramel.
Okay.
Am I right? Is there anything on the nose? Nope. My nose is broken, John.
Well, no, you smell what you smell. Anything online is just a suggestion. Well, no, Breaking Bourbon has caramel on it, so you're good.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you're good anyway because it's what you want, but
it's whatever you want. I'm living my truth, as the kids say. Apparently, I'm old enough to call them kids and use that sentence unironically anymore. I don't know when that happened. I'm also getting now this. I will admit to this. This was influenced by me looking at their notes on their website, but they mentioned vanilla, so I started to look for that, and I can find like I don't really get the citrus or the sweet fruit, that they
Me neither.
mention, but I definitely get the vanilla. I get like a vanilla salted caramel personally, and I get the pepper too, kind of on the back.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of that spice to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I think it's a very pleasant nose.
Yeah, it's not the worst I've smelled.
Well, that isn't a ringing endorsement.
You want to try it?
Do I want to try it? No, John. I started a whiskey podcast so I could drink more water.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what I figured. You need to hydrate. All right. Here we go.
It's very subtle.
See, I get a huge vanilla bomb on the taste.
Yeah, I get the vanilla. I get the black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really smooth. I guess that would be a better word for it, is smooth. Like, it doesn't really, like, kick me in the mouth. It's just kind of like, we're here. You're enjoying us. And we're already down the throat. This is getting very uncomfortable description. And
get a nice hug at the end.
Mm-hmm. But it's not too aggressive. It just kind of like, it lingers.
Well, for 94 proof, I don't expect it to be too aggressive. You know what I mean?
No. But it is. It's like a nice warming feeling that just kind of stays with you.
With the higher malted barley percentage, I really expected more of a maltiness, like any PA whiskeys are, you know, because they all usually have a typical higher malt percentage, and I was expecting it. I'm not getting that, you know.
That is a very drinkable whiskey. Like, okay, so there are whiskeys where I drink it and I'm like, holy smokes. This just like literally knocked my socks off. Like, I have to go buy new ones because I don't know where they went. Kind of a whiskey. That was a terrible analogy, but I'm going to stick with it. Like, I remember, like, when we did the J. Henry, that, like, blew my mind. That was like, I would drive to a different state to get that, which, fun fact, you have to do anyways.
Yeah.
But this one, I just thought was, like, a really quality, sippable, enjoyable. Like, this would be a good standard just to have at your bar, because you're not going to offend anybody with this whiskey. It's very enjoyable. It's very easy to drink. I feel like you could make some very easy cocktails, or even, you know, if you were trying to introduce somebody to whiskey, this would be a very kind of inoffensive but quality whiskey to kind of introduce somebody to, you know?
I get I get some more baking spices on the back end. It's a little oily, which I think helps with that smoothness you were talking about, right? I never thought to. I don't know why I never thought to use this for mixers. You know, I made not a twist, but just I used what I had to make like an peach old fashioned. I didn't have peach simple syrup, but I had peach, you know, the core, so that tweaked it a bit. I had to add a little bit more bourbon to mine, but I used Liberty Pool bourbon, you know, and I thought that had a good thing. But I think I never think to use this one I think this would make a really nice Manhattan.
Yeah. And I don't normally like to use bourbon as a mixer whiskey, because I think that so many mixed drinks require like a sugar cube, especially whiskey drinks require some sort of like added sweetener. And I think bourbon is typically sweet enough without having to add the sugar.
Right.
But
yeah, this definitely has a sweetness factor to it.
But I don't think I would mind this even with a little bit of the sugar, not because it needs it, but just because I think it might accentuate those vanilla notes a little bit.
True. I And we've already said, $30.
Yeah.
I'm not $30 at 94 proof. I'm not expecting to get blown away.
No, but I had a very pleasant experience with it.
But it's, it's on par with the Buffalo. And Buffalo runs 26. So you're like, $3-4 off. Like, that's not too bad.
And I'll say I see this on shelves more often than I see Buffalo Trace.
100%.
So.
See, Buffalo's got. Hold on.
This is almost like the makers of a rye-based bourbon, because it's got that vanilla that you get off the makers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not it's not the caramel apple of Buffalo Trace.
Mm-hmm.
It's the vanilla and the pepper that you kind of get off of makers a little bit.
Yeah. Even though it's a rye based.
So if you're looking for kind of a more,
why have I been sitting on this?
Much more peppery. Not even that much more peppery, but just like slightly spicier makers. This would be a really good one to go to, I think.
Mm-hmm. And again, you're looking at not that much of a price difference.
Makers is like $24, $25.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be worth it. I'm actually considering this weekend going out and getting a bottle just to have on my shelf.
Yeah, you're right. I do see this one a lot more than some others. The other thing with this drop, like these random drops that they're doing, right, without warning, is, because of the Pittsburgh Whiskey Friend groups, right? Someone finds out, they're immediately on the group and be like, "Hey, this and this is up for, up on the line or up online," and or I just found this at this store. Check yours. Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. I'm glad for you. I can't leave. I'm working. I can't. I could take a lunch break, but I'm still busy. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It makes me mad because I'm like, this is nice watching all of you get these different things that you may not get, but then it makes me mad because I can probably go out at 4:30 and it's definitely not going to be there then.
No.
So I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a Hunger Game kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But again, if it wasn't for the group, I'd never known that these things were even dropping.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that the one that was right down on the bottom of the hill of me actually got stuff. But the one in Millville gets nothing. So I need to go have a chat with them. Be like, hey, start ordering.
You guys can talk over drinks.
Yeah.
just pull up to the cashier, open whatever bottle you're about to purchase, and be like, we need to chat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know you can't do anything about it, but if you could relay it to your manager and have them relay it to your regional manager and have them relay it to your whatever's next.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Dude, I'm staring at this picture of the bottle and the glass on their website right now, and do you know what this it's in a rocks glass with a nice big square ice cube in it.
Yeah, I have the side up. Yeah.
Do you know what that image is just begging for? And it's really making me want to try it. It's just begging for a little orange rind.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Oh, shoot. There it is. There it is. I was going to say, this would taste bomb diggity with just a hint of orange.
Just a little spritz of the the orange rind, right, and then doused on the top.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Maybe rub the rim a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of that. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd have to add the bitters and the sugar. even just a little spritz.
I don't think you need the sugar at all.
No,
it's definitely got a sweetness factor to it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of the dry vermouth would be good, but I don't think it would need any sweet vermouth.
No.
I think dry vermouth and a little bit of orange rind, and you'd be, get this on the rocks. You have a very, very tasty beverage.
Yeah,
I mean, you have a tasty beverage drinking it neat too, but like, my goodness, this might be a weekend for mixing a few sippy sips.
There you go. Run out to your closest store.
What's that?
I said run out to your closest store and go grab them all.
My closest store is 3 minutes away. I'm good to go, man.
So, on that note, what's your rating?
Oh, this is a house for sure. This is a solid house. I mean, the price, the drinkability, both neat. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Rocks, I could see it being very refreshing, and as a cocktail, I could see this being a very delightful mixer for a cocktail like an old fashioned or a Manhattan.
So, it's a Haas for me as well. Like you said, I mean, it's on par with Buffalo. It's a couple dollars extra, but whatever. That's, $5 difference at this price point, like under 40 isn't that much to me, I mean, it's a Haas. I mean, obviously I have it. I think when this goes out, I'll probably go out and buy another one, I think this is going to be a big gift for me to give people as well. I don't know why I've been sleeping on this bottle.
No, it was delicious.
I mean, just because it's not the barrel-proof version, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I've been sleeping on it, but it's definitely not going to sleep on it anymore.
There you go. Well, it is now doomed to be drunk. No, I liked that one, man. That was a good one. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll be going to buy a bottle for sure.
So make sure that you follow us on all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I got to write like a script for this, so it's just like, Anyway,
it's all good.
If
all
you
good,
you can find us, you can find our show on basically any podcast app that's out there. We're on it. We're on iTunes, obviously. We're on Stitcher. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Spreaker. Anyone you can think of. Podcast Addict. That's the one I use. Like, we're on it. We're there. Find us. Listen to us. Right? And while you're there, why don't you go ahead and give us a 5-star rating and review. Let us know how we're doing. We always appreciate those. It helps. The more reviews, the more ratings we get, better ratings, I should say, the easier it becomes for other people to find the show. We want to spread the show out and spread the love as much as we can, right? And that's a very easy way to support us, other than following us on all social medias. Another way to support...
donating to us on Patreon.
Perfect segue, sir. Another way to do it, to support the show is head over to patreon.com/thosedramyinzers. Check out the 3 tiers that we have available right now. If one suits your budget, go ahead and join it. We'd greatly appreciate that. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, right? And another way to support the show is to buy a fantastic looking hat that we are selling. And again, just like the previous shows, I will put the link for the order form in the show details. So check that out. And the final way to help out the show is Zach's favorite way. And that is...
Oh, John, are you talking about dram@threadless.com again?
Yes, I am, sir.
Oh, that's such a great site. I love that site. It's got some pretty dope swag on there to cover your bodies and stuff like that, since you require like shirts and stuff to enter places of business.
Totally.
I'm also soon to be coming to the store. Hopefully up by the time this goes live will be masks that say Dram It, because that's the kind of year 2020 has been. So
I'm down.
Go get in there. Oh, and also, we just, surprise, we just developed a little pattern for ourselves, so you might be able to find those on some shoes. So guess what? Now you've got shirt, now you got shoes, now you got mask, you can get service. So you're welcome. for being allowed to go into stores.
I mean, you should still wear pants, but we just don't offer those through the site.
We don't offer those, and they're not on the list. And I'm never going to they have to wear pants. It's COVID, man. It's COVID.
Yeah, I basically live in gym shorts right now.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I got to take Connor to daycare, then I'll put like real pants on. But anyway, so
isn't that such a disappointing feeling? Putting on regular pants
I hate
after
it.
gym shorts for like 3 weeks.
So much.
It's like, these are so constrictive.
Yeah, basically.
Why do they hate my body so much?
Well, is it because we're used to gym shorts, or is it because we've gained weight over? At least I have. I can't speak. Okay, I'll shut up.
No, John. It's because my delicate skin can only handle the finest of sweatpants.
So, those are all great ways to support the show. Again, even just sharing our post, liking our post, commenting on our post, just spread the word out, out to your friends. Let them know that we're here and we're doing what we think is some awesome stuff. I don't know. We're having fun and we're drinking while we're doing it. So, I mean, how can we be doing this wrong, right?
I'm sure someone will let us know, but I'm going to ignore them and have another drink afterwards.
Exactly. Bye-bye. So, Zach, any final notes on tonight's pour?
I enjoyed it, man. I don't know. My brain's broken at this point. This is the Tuesday that feels like a Monday that feels like the Monday from last week, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna. My final thoughts is, yeah, good.
Excellent. Well, I guess there's only one way to finally end the show. Zachary, sir, cheers to you.
John, you beautiful man. Cheers to you.
And cheers to yinz.